Before you make sure your voice is heard in this year's election, you may want to familiarize yourself on the ballot questions. Natalie Guthrie tells us what you can expect to see when you head to the polls on November 6th.
In the last presidential election, the United States Census estimates that about 131 million people voted. On Tuesday, November 6th, millions of Americans will once again exercise their right to vote. And here are a few things you should know while heading to the polls. According to where you live, each ballot varies. Needham voters will vote for the office of president and vice president, as well as candidates for senator in Congress, representative in Congress, counselor, representative in general court, as well as senator in general court. And because Needham was redistricted and now split between two Senate districts, precincts A, B, C, I, and J are part of the Norfolk, Bristol, and Middlesex district, while precincts D, E, F, G, and H are part of the Norfolk, Suffolk district. This year, Needham residents will have 5 ballot questions. Question 1, or the Massachusetts Right to Repair initiative, would require automobile manufacturers to provide non-proprietary diagnostic directly to consumers and also the safety information needed to repair their cars. Supporters of Question 1 feel the measure would give repair technicians, not just dealers, access to the same information so that you can get your car fixed wherever you want. However, opponents see the ballot proposal as a power grab by parts manufacturers to control proprietary information. Question 2, or the Massachusetts Death with Dignity initiative, deals with prescribing medication to end life. Those in support of Question 2 argue that the measure would give terminally ill patients dignity and control over their deaths and would alleviate suffering. However, opponents argue that the initiative is morally wrong and that beneficiaries of terminally ill patients could abuse the provisions presented by the proposal. Question 3 deals with the medical use of marijuana. The measure would legalize the use of medical marijuana in the state. Supporters of Question 3 feel that it would provide compassion to patients suffering from debilitating illnesses. Opponents of the initiative believe that similar laws have failed in other states, and very few of those who use medical marijuana have debilitating illnesses. They also feel that the law is too loosely written. In addition to the regular state ballot, Needham voters will have an additional ballot for a special town election. Needham voters join several other communities across Massachusetts that will be voting on a non-binding question commonly referred to as the Democracy Amendment. To learn more about the Democracy Amendment, you can visit democracyamendmentmass.org. One of the questions asks Needham voters whether they want to lift the town's status as a mostly dry town. If the ballot question passes, Needham selectmen would have authorization to issue up to 6 licenses for the retail sale of beer, wine, and liquor in town. After 2018, the board could issue up to 8 licenses, with the final 2 limited to wine and malt beverages. Because there are 2 elections being conducted at the same time, state election laws require that each election has its own voting list and individual ballots. This means that when you go to vote, you must check in and check out for both elections. There will be 2 voting lists and separate ballots for each election. For any questions regarding voting, contact the town clerk's office, and remember, get out and vote. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Natalie Guthrie.
To view a complete specimen ballot, you can visit the towns at www.needhamma.gov, and also the League of Women Voters of Needham is offering rides to the polls for those who need it. If you're interested, you can call 781-449-1654 prior to Election Day to request a ride.